Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Volunteer Patrol. So this story on this particular patrol, we were working a DUI detail. We were allowed to patrol in our patrol cars. We weren't allowed to do officer, we're not law enforcement officers, we weren't allowed to pull people over. More or less we were eyes and ears during the DUI details, as deputies were out patrolling for DUI offenders. I happened to have a rider with me, and it was a female, one of our female volunteers, and she's actually was with she's with my particular sheriff's patrol longer than I have. However, she wanted to ride with me. I believe she might have gotten out on patrol a little bit later in the evening. I think I picked her up. So it was towards the end of the detail, actually. We had to be off the streets by about 4 o'clock. And this is right around probably 2:30, probably right around 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock. And we're actually on I-4, Interstate 4 runs basically for the heart of Orlando. You guys can look that up, but Interstate 4 runs right smack dab through Orlando, runs from Daytona Beach all the way to Tampa. And City of Orlando has a portion of it, and then Orange County has another portion of it. So there is two different jurisdictions as far as Orlando Orange County goes. We were on another intersecting highway, a toll road, when a call came out about being behind a possible DUI offender. And this was OPD. Now they were on the same channel as us, so we were able to hear them on our frequency on our channel and stuff. It was a detail channel we were on. And they attempted to pull over this vehicle and took off running. I don't know all the policies with City of Orlando. I do not believe they chased. However, they did keep up with the vehicle at a safe distance, because obviously if they knew he was under the influence, that he may crash, and they may even have been chasing him due to the circumstances. Again, I don't know their policy, so I don't remember exactly what happened. So City of Orlando police is talking about, we were just right behind us actually. We were on the same road as they were trying to attempt to stop this vehicle. We were just happened to be heading that direction. Our fuel station is in the same area as where this ends up actually. On I-4. So we're ways behind. Vehicle at this point, they are calling out that the vehicle is on I-4 from the center intersecting toll road, and they're heading westbound, which will be towards Tampa from downtown Orlando. Next thing you know, the radios just blast with the code that it was a single forward vehicle, had just single forward, or a call actually came out that a vehicle is single forward, or motor vehicle crash at I-4 and an off ramp. At this point, that's what we heard. Again, I don't believe City of Orlando pursued. They were, I think, following this vehicle at a safe distance. Well, we kind of put two together, that the time and everything that this vehicle was in that area almost made sense that it was the same vehicle, and they had crashed. So we didn't, we didn't speed. We just slowly made our way to the scene. Again, we weren't that far behind it anyways in the first place. And me and her arrive on scene, and it is OPD's there at this point. They are calling out that it was the same vehicle, was the same DUI offender that they had just attempted to make a stop on. So me and her, we arrive, and obviously they're too busy at this point. It's now, the DUI offender. They're attempting to make an arrest, or at least check on the patient, or make sure there's no injuries. They are attempting to get the DUI offender out of the vehicle. We're pulling up, we're getting out of the vehicle, we're setting up. Obviously we have the equipment to set up to block the road. Very busy off ramp with Interstate 4. I happened to be over on one part of the vehicle. I think I had already set up and was already directing traffic or stopping traffic. She was proceeding or walking towards a different part to stop traffic, and Next thing you know it, she goes into a terrible coughing fit. I look over and I could see the mist of the pepper spray traveling right towards us. The OPD officers, Orlando Police, had began spraying the subject that was under the influence to obviously get the compliance. He was not getting out of the vehicle. He was giving them a hard time. They had used OC spray or pepper spray, and the column of spray ended up hitting my partner. Luckily for me, I did not get hit. I happened to see it and was just happened to be in a section or area that I wasn't affected by it. Unfortunately, my partner basically a full blast with this stuff and coughing up a storm. We were giving her water just to kind of wash out her airway. I mean, it was bothering her throat, her eyes, just watering, and luckily, no adverse effect. Didn't have to go to the hospital. Obviously didn't get direct contact with her eyes. It just got into her lungs. So it was a very nasty crash. I believe it was a T-bone, very serious T-bone crash. He practically just went right through this. To kind of describe the intersection for you, it is the off ramp. Turn right, goes down the road, and make a left. There's same road, but if you keep going straight, it is actually back onto the on ramp, back onto I-4. And but there's a grass median in the middle, and he basically jumped the grass median and slammed into a vehicle. Don't believe there was any major injuries with the vehicle. He had T-boned, luckily. I believe the placement of the hit was further back in the car, and I don't actually remember if he was injured. I do believe he may have been transported just for observation, the actual DUI offender. So one of the craziest experiences that I have where OC spray was deployed, and seeing them having to gain compliance to put this person under arrest. So hope you guys like that story. Keep commenting below if you guys enjoyed these videos, and I'll keep doing them. I've got plenty more to talk about, and we'll see you on the next one.